All right, welcome everybody back to our today's webinar. So I hope everybody is well and is healthy, and I do hope as well that you have again such a lovely weather as I have here in Munich. So my name is Udo Schneider and I'm the sales manager of Mirasys. Today we are going to present the Grafana reporting tool and plugin in Spotter, a new feature that we have developed for our customers. Before we do this, before we jump into this, just a little housekeeping as always. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box of your Teams control panel. So I'll bring them up at the end of this presentation, or if necessary, also during the presentation. So I'm trying to answer them. If I'm not able to answer them today, so we will gonna answer them afterwards. So it's very important that you leave also your email address so that we can reflect this question to you and not stay anonymous. Okay, I would say before we start and jump into the theme, I would like to give you some ideas who Mirasys is for those who are brand new at our company. So Mirasys is VMS provider, video management provider. So we are providing software since 1997 into the market. And we are based in Helsinki, Finland. So Finland is a very fantastic area for developers. So Mirasys, as said, is providing a video management system, and we are dealing worldwide via partners. So we are not making direct business in most of the cases. So we are searching or looking for partners. We are contacting them, and we, together with them, selling the solution to customers. Our philosophy is very clear. So we don't want to be the market leader. So we want to be the technology leader. So in that case, our software is really, the development of our software is really based on customer requirements. So it is grown with customer requirements, with customer needs and customer requests. And as you see it today, so it is a very simple and easy to use tool. So you don't need to have a lot of exercises for that to handle it. And also all the features that are coming up and that came up are based on customer requirements. It is also very open ecosystem, so we want to connect to every single third-party system that we can see in the market. And therefore, we have also developed some very nice interfaces. I think the last webinar that I held was dealing with that. So if you want to see more details or you want to understand more out of this interfaces, please refer to our YouTube channel. So the webinar is recorded and is presented on our YouTube channel. And at the end, also, we might want to make it as easy as you can. And therefore, we have also developed a new reporting tool from Grafana. So, and we are coming now to our theme today. So Grafana reporting tool and browser plugin in Spotter. So let us have a little bit of history before. So if you're familiar with Mirasys, you know that we have sold a so-called Reporting Plus tool in the past until 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And then we thought about, okay, how could we make it more sustainable? How could we make it more attractive for our customers? So this tool was not very cheap on one side, and it was also partly a little bit limited. So we did a research in the market, and we checked also different vendors who are providing reporting tools like Crystal Report from SAP or Microsoft Power BI. And in the end, we found out that Grafana, an open source tool, would be the best for our demands and demands of our customers. Grafana, as I said, is an open source tool, so it is free of charge. You can download it. And so, yes, we decided to use it. So, and now it is available for everybody. Yeah, let's have a look to Grafana itself. So first of all, I would show you where you can download it. So there is a very nice homepage from Grafana Labs, grafana.com. You can download the latest software here. So as I said, it's an open source tool, so it's free of charge. And if you want to use the Mirasys plugin, then it is very simple. You need to go to the dashboards, and then we can search, for example, for Mirasys. Mirasys. All right. Still not. Yeah. And then you see our dashboards that we have uploaded to the Grafana dashboards. So the simplest way really to use our tool is download Grafana, install it, and then download our dashboards and install it as well. So what we want to make it easy for you as well. So we have also packed everything into one package so that you can download it from our extranet page as well. Including the manuals, etc., how to use it, how to install it, and so on. How is it looking like? So let's move first of all to the browser-based tool. So as I said, it is a browser-based tool. And then you also, when you are starting, you see our reporting dashboards. Actually, we have VMS alarms, VMS audit trails, and VMS watchdog events. So yeah, let's have a look to the audit trail, for example. So every dashboard is built up in the same way, in a very similar way. And what you see here is also a selection of what you want to see. So we have here users. So you can select, for example, if I want to see all the users, the audit trail of all users, or single users. So I have only an admin actually in my test system. So you can select the admin or all. So I leave it with all right now. Then you can select also the events that you want to see. Partly they're in German because I have a German-based system. So you have, for example, here log out, acknowledging alarms, add new tabs, confirming an alarm, log in, and all the stuff that you have inside, which is audited down to every single camera you can see here right now and can select. So I leave it with all here as well. And I'm going to the applications, then I can select if I want to get the information from Gateway, Media Exporter, from the Spotter, from the System Manager, or whatever. So you also can select here, what do you want to see? And then at the end, you can also select the servers. If you have multi-server systems, for example, you can go here for example, to the local recorder or an archive or whatever. So I leave it with here with all as well. Then you have the user actions here. For example, you have a complete table where you can see, okay, the timestamp, the user who has done this, the application which is related to the action, and then you see here, for example, the event log out. Then you may see here also a status, if available, and the device, for example, the server name, the server IP. And if we go down now, for example, you see here, for example, that the admin has done in the system manager, he has changed the camera configuration. It was done successfully on the local recorder with the server IP. So it's a very interesting list here. It's a very interesting tool to follow up all the actions that has been done. This is the list, the table. Below, you see here also a graphical display of all the information. And if you move with your mouse, for example, over this graphic, then you see a complete list of actions that has been done at this time, including the number of how often has this been done. So it's a first and nice overview. But we can drill down into this if we keep the left mouse button holded and we select a time frame, then it is automatically expanding this time frame. We can do this again to drill down into the deep. as long as you want. And then you see here also the information. You see that here's a lot of activity with all this information here inside, etc., etc. So you can also select, for example, only open cameras in live view, how often this has been done, how often this has been closed, for example, if I have changed the review time, for example, if I have changed the register card, etc., etc. So you can drill down in deep into the actions that has been done from all the users. If you want to select one single user or different events, then please go on to the top and select, for example, here, I just want to see only admin events. I just want to see the events, for example, from Mirasys Spotter. And yeah, that's it, for example. And you see it is changing because now it is referring only to the administrator and only to actions that has been done in the Mirasys Spotter Enterprise. What you can do as well is also you can change here the date, the start date and the stop date. If you put your mouse here, you have a calendar here as well as here, and you can select the different time ranges, or you say simply, okay, give me the last 7 days. So you have a lot of opportunities. You can share this, for example, here to share the dashboard with another user. You can save the dashboard if you have done some changes here, for example, and you can mark it as favorite as well. So you see much more possibilities than you had with our former application. Let's move to the alarms as well. So you see also here a lot of alarms that has been done during the run of my test system. If I'm going into this, for example, you see also here that you can click on every single alarm and you see what has been done, when it has been done, etc., etc. What might be interesting for you is if you, for example, want to change this for paper counting, for example, or if you want to analyze the alarms or want to get an alarm out of these alarms, if a certain threshold is overcome, you can go here and you can edit this, and then you can here change the query, for example. You can change the visualization. For example, instead of bars, you just want to have dots. The dots must be a little bit bigger because it's better to see, or a little bit smaller. You can also put lines in so that you can see on the flow over the time. Or we go back to the bars, and then you can set also some transparencies or whatever. But very important is that you can also create alerts here. So if I'm saying, for example, I want to create an alert, for example, when the average of alarms is over 10, yeah, then you see here that you are getting a broken heart even then when the alarm has been done, that here, for example, there are alarms above 10 at the same time. You can add some additional conditions. You can combine them with and or whatever. And so you can create alarms. You can send messages out, notification messages. So it's a very interesting tool. So just if you have, for example, a shopping mall or whatever, or a retail shop, and you want to do paper counting, you can use this tool as well and analyze, okay, how many people are in our store right now? You remember today it's not allowed to have more than X people for your store that is X square meter big. So a lot of retailers are doing this, giving you a basket. So they have counted the baskets for, let's say, 20 shoppers has to be in the shop at max. So you have 20 baskets or whatever. Here it is very much easier. So you can create an alarm and, for example, use this alarm to trigger an event. For example, if you have a traffic light in the entrance that gives you a red and a green traffic light. Green means, okay, the next guy can enter. Red means please wait until one of the shoppers has left. So also here a lot of possibilities how to use this Grafana reporting tool. The second step is now to understand how it is working in our spotter. So let's have a look to this. Okay, so I changed the profile. So and I have prepared, for example, here that I can open a plugin, the web browser plugin, and then I can put in here my IP address of this reporting tool services. It is the 2.1.1.1. So yeah, and it's now opening Grafana. I'm logging in. Check. Yes, and I'm getting the same dashboard as I had here in my Firefox. So now I'm going to the audit trail. You see here as well the same situation as you have in your standard web browser. This can be used, for example, in every web browser. So you can also log in via your smartphone, via your tablet, from a Windows operating system, as well as from an iOS, Apple device, or whatever you have. I just wanted to show you at the end also how to make this browser plugin available for this Grafana login only. So as you may know that we have established in our, I'm moving to the system manager, established in our system manager also the possibility to define in a profile a specific access to a specific web page. So you see here my selected devices, and if I select the source, you see also here client plugins. So you can select a web browser as a plugin. You can move it over here, for example. I put it down to below control. So, and I have here the web browser right now. So I can give them a name, for example, Grafana. Maybe a different device shortcut. No, I leave it. Yeah. And then I can define the home page here. So 192.168.2.111. Port 3000, and then I can also give permissions here. Can navigate, refresh, can go to the home page, can edit URL. So I put this away, saying OK. And now we are going back to our spotter, and you see here Grafana. So and if I'm opening this, you see that I'm at Grafana right now. So you can do this also with different other home pages. For example, I'm using this here, for example, to enter my heating system, Control, or having OpenStreetMap opened here, for example, as well. Yeah, and then you can move in, you can move out, you can work with this home page. So both of them, the definition of a home page as a device, as well as Grafana, are now implemented into Mirasys VMS. So the browser plugin, as I have shown to you, is available from version 8.3.6, and the Grafana tool can be used with all of our versions because it is nothing else than an SQL reporting tool. In this case, yeah, that's for now. So the question is, okay, what we want to do with this tool? Can we do further more actions with this? Yes, as I mentioned before, we also want to develop new dashboards for this. For example, people counting, a people counting dashboard, or car counting, or whatever. So taking out the metadata of the cameras or our video content analyzers can be the next step. So it is also up to you what you want to use. You are also free in defining your own dashboards and share this with us. So you can also upload your dashboard to Grafana and say, okay, I have a wonderful dashboard for people counting with Mirasys, for example. Or I have a lovely dashboard created also for the audit trail, which is, in my opinion, or in your opinion, maybe a bit better than ours. So these are just examples. If you are not really familiar with Grafana, we can support you in that way as well. If you have requirements that you say, okay, I need this in this dashboard, please contact us and talk to us, because we are really customer focused in that case, and we can do whatever you want, if it is possible with this solution. But with Grafana, honestly, a lot of stuff is possible because these are requests from an SQL database. All right. So I'm finished now with my presentation. So we are coming back to the Q&As. So let's have a look if there are any questions. Yeah, there is one. I published this. Can we have asset reporting and recording materials reporting in Grafana as well? Example, camera types and numbers, bio versions and archive lengths, etc. This is a question, so I cannot answer right now, so because I'm not really very familiar what is in our database implemented right now. So this is, I would say, it is coming anonymous. So if you share your email address, we would give you an answer. Generally speaking, it is everything what is in our database available and what is not encrypted is available also for reporting. So at least, okay, yes, if you open camera X and you are watching video X from time X to time epsilon, this for sure is reported because this is the normal audit trail. So I think this is also reflecting your request, your question. About other stuff like camera types, BIOS versions, etc. I'm not really sure. This is really an answer. If you don't want to share your email address right now, so please send an email to our general email address, info@mirasys.com, and ask this question again, and we will answer this to you. Let's see if there is another question. Can report issues reporting lost pictures, lost cameras, KPI availability, etc. This is part of the watchdog event report. I haven't shown this to you right now because honestly, I crashed my this part of the database this morning, so I'm not able to show this because it gives me an error. So I need support from my own company, honestly. But yes, you can do, because everything that is implemented into Watchdog or gives you an Watchdog information can be also shown on these reports. Okay, there is another question. Oh, the email address. Okay, Marco, we will answer this question to you in detail, and I think we will also share this with everybody, because I think there are a lot of customers who are interested in this as well. Marco, we will come back to you. Thank you for your for sharing your email address with us. Great. Okay, any other questions? So let us wait some seconds, because I think there's a delay in the transmission. Maybe I should do an announcement for you. So because for those who have not attended from the beginning, Grafana reporting tool and also our dashboards are free of charge. So there is no charge for this, unfortunately, for us as a sales guy. But for the customer, even better, because Grafana is an open source tool, so you don't need to pay for this. Why should you pay for our dashboard? So if you are publishing a dashboard, it is free of charge. If you want to have your own dashboards or your specialized dashboard, then of course, please talk to us so we can give you then an estimation of what it would be cost, because our efforts needs to be paid in that if it is specially for you. Yeah, I think there are no additional questions anymore. So in that case, I thank you for your attendance. So I hope this gave you some ideas and some feeling where we are going to with our new tools. And I'm very eager to see and to hear from you. What do you think about this tool? If you use it, if you test it, and if you have any additional ideas, if you have any additional tips to us, how we can improve this, how we can make better for you to use, let us know. We are eager for you to hear from you. What are your thoughts in that case? So our next presentation, our next webinar will come soon. So I think within the next 2 weeks. So please be aware that we will invite you again. Please also share this information, this video from our YouTube channel when it is published in 1-2 days with your customers, with your friends, and hope to see you soon. Stay healthy and bye-bye.